Go to the next slide. You know, these are things that have been expressed to me as I've gone out to different cities. Things that people do not know, their fear of the unknown. In the case of Scientology, lots of secretive practices, the use of secret materials and exclusive language that makes people feel excluded. So people are afraid of that. A lot of groups use front groups, such as Scientology uses front groups. And people are afraid of those front groups coming into town because they can't be understood, so they can't be trusted. You know, what are the group's plans for growth? For instance, Scientology moved into Clearwater, Florida, and they have completely taken over Clearwater, Florida. So a town like Sandy Springs is very afraid that something like that is going to happen. And of course, fear of how the individual members of cultic groups can change the social reality of that neighborhood through their beliefs. So let's go to the next slide. Okay, these are pictures of local community activists who, for instance, this one is in Sandy Springs. I have gone to all of these areas for consulting. Let's start with Phoenix, Arizona. I was called to consult on what do we do? The Church of Scientology is going to set up a shrine for L. Ron Hubbard because of his affiliation in Phoenix, Arizona back in the 50s. And they said, how do we prevent this from happening? Well, that put me in the awkward position of, you know, dealing with my own respect for religious freedom because they have the right to do that, but it was more an issue of, you know, how do we deal with the locals? So my advice was how to deal with the locals and find a balance. And I won't dwell on this because I'm going to cover this in more detail in my paper. For instance, Plant City, Florida. This is a town outside of Tampa, which is not far from Clearwater. And Clearwater, Florida is the headquarters of Scientology, which is in terms of the training session. And there are over at least 1,000 staff there, but over 10,000 Scientologists concentrated in one small town. So in Plant City, Florida, they asked me, this was a Christian organization that asked me to help them. How do we deal with Scientology permeating through all aspects of our community, starting businesses, memberships, celebrity visits, all that stuff. So just to describe the nature, those are the kinds of questions that I get asked. Same for in Biloxi, Mississippi. Carrollton, West Georgia. I've actually gone out there 3 different times, and the first call was because the city council was dealing with a zoning issue because the Church of Scientology wanted to establish a Narconon. And I've been called out there several times to answer questions and provide information about what is Narconon, what is it really versus what it's presented to be. And same thing in various countries, France, Germany, Australia, Belgium, Norway. You've got this NIMBY syndrome going on because of these fears. So there's a lot to say about how I've responded, but I wanted to point out something just in the citizen activism. So how do we address this? My paper talks about how citizen activism is on the rise, which is a great thing, and then how do we deal with the religious freedom aspect of it? One concern that came up on this photo, I blew that up. This gentleman is protesting Narconon coming into the area because this family had a bad experience with Narconon, and I blew it up so you could read what it says. In memory of Patrick Desmond, 1980 to 2008, he was born, he lived, he laughed, he danced, he loved and was loved, and he died far too young while in the care of Narconon. So this is the kind of community activism that we're seeing, and of course Scientology needs to know about how they're perceived, but anyway, we're going to talk more about how to deal with these things. Let's go to the next slide. That was another protest picture, actually a Sandy Springs protest, because as you know, Sandy Springs is a location of a Church of Scientology, and They attempted to get a new building rezoned, I believe, and the church and the people met in several town hall meetings, I think, at least 3 or 4 or 5 times.
10 months.
10 months, over 10 months. And I think that that was finally declined. Is that the latest status of that?
They were allowed to move into the building, but they were not allowed to expand the building.
Right, that's
to
the
include
piece.
a 4th floor because
Okay.
of the parking
Right.
situation.
And so that, you know, that situation, they were allowed to move into the building, but to not expand. You know, this is what we're talking about when we're talking about fears and Scientology moving in. Okay, in the Sandy Springs area, I have been invited to speak in at least 10 different locations, and they were all different Christian organizations, Christian churches and women's groups. And they asked me to come in to educate them on the following. What does Scientology believe? Are they a religion or a business? What are their intentions? And what is, how do they really handle drug rehabilitation? So the people were looking to get educated, and I found it interesting that of all the people that invited me to speak, they were all Christian groups. And so, you know, they were organized, they took it upon themselves to learn, but they wanted to influence the outcome of the town hall meetings and the rezoning. But these were some of the fears that they had, that they shared with me. Participants, they're afraid that the participants, people who come in, will formulate a Scientological concept of the general order of existence, in other words, that's different from what Christian people believe. They're also afraid that Scientology would establish powerful, pervasive, and long-lasting motivations in their neighborhoods that would cause cultural change. They were also afraid of the power of cultural impact that Scientology would have on the community as a whole, like we see in Hollywood. People perceive that Hollywood is absolutely taken over by Scientology, and it's not, but that is a perception because of how the media, you know, is always talking about Scientologists. And the same thing for Clearwater, Florida. And they're afraid that Scientologists have conceptions about themselves as having such an aura of factuality that their motives seem to be uniquely realistic, and people are very afraid that this is going to be embraced by others for the inability to understand the deception that Scientology uses. So these are just some of the fears that have been expressed to me that I'm going to be writing about and addressing in this paper.